Welcome to the CoreLogic Economic Outlook for September 2021. Every month, I will walk you through our data-driven analysis of the economy and property industry. Let's jump into it. The inflation statistics this summer have captured headlines. Economic policy mavens often look at a price index excluding food and energy, referred to as the core price index, which tends to be more stable over time and a less noisy barometer of underlying inflationary trends. Newsworthy was the spike in core inflation. The Consumer Price Index, or CPI, measured a jump in core inflation to 4.5% in June, the highest in 30 years. Shelter is an important component of the core CPI price index. Tenant rent makes up 10% and owner's equivalent rent 30% of core CPI. Tenant rent and housing characteristics are used to impute an equivalent rent for owner-occupied homes. During the pandemic, this method may have led to distorted estimates for owner-occupied rent because most tenants live in multi-unit properties, whereas 9 in 10 owner-occupants live in one-unit homes. Since the pandemic began, families have revealed a preference for single-family homes over high-rise apartment buildings. High-rise properties have had a rise in vacancy and slower rent growth, while one-family rental homes have had a decline in vacancy and faster rent growth. The owner's equivalent rent metric in the CPI has shown a slowing in imputed annual rent growth from June 2020 to June 2021. Contrary to the acceleration in single-family price growth from 4.5% to 17.2% as measured by the CoreLogic Home Price Index. The CoreLogic Single-Family Rent Index registered a pickup in rent growth from 1.4% to 7.5% during the same time span. Replacing the imputed owner's equivalent rent with the CoreLogic Single-Family Rent Index shows that core CPI inflation would be 6% or 1.5 percentage points higher in June than was reported. The last time core CPI inflation was above 6% was 1982. Inflation forecasts generally indicate that this summer's bulge is temporary and inflationary pressures should recede in coming months. However, we have noticed that the owner's equivalent rent generally lags the CoreLogic Single-Family Rent Index by nearly 12 months. If this relationship continues in the coming year, then the owner's equivalent rent growth will quicken and be a headwind to lower inflation. This implies that shelter inflation will likely rise in the coming year and place upward pressure on core CPI inflation measurement. For more information on CoreLogic's perspective on the property market, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and visit our intelligence blog. I'll see you next month.